All right, my friends, welcome to episode number 207 of Prof and Dev Play Games. I am the Professor Larry at Prof Plays Games on Twitter, and over there is Anthony the Dev at Summer Speak, who is fresh from PAX.
It's true.
Feeling good?
Feeling good. Feeling tired, but feeling good. This is one of the better PAXs I've gone to.
Really? That's awesome.
Like, just from personal, enjoyment. I had a good time.
Right.
Got to see a lot of stuff that I really enjoyed and got to do what I wanted to do, really. Just kind of, especially yesterday, I just wandered the floor myself and saw some friends, talked to people, got to play some game. Actually, I only got to play one game yesterday, but it was one I really wanted to play. So that made me happy.
Are there panels at PAX?
Oh, yeah, there are plenty of them.
Oh, okay.
I've kind of gotten out of going to them. Sometimes I will still find a panel that is interesting to me. But probably 6 or 7 years ago, I go to a lot of panels.
Yeah.
I would go through a lot of panels, but then it has gotten to a point where if they're talking typically about games specifically, it's more slightly technical sometimes.
Right.
But not that technical. And it's just rehashing stuff I've heard before.
Yeah.
So on that side, but there are certain panels that are nice. Here and there. Usually funny stuff I enjoy, but
do the Penny Arcade guys have anything to do with PAX anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I saw them wandering around.
Oh,
again,
nice.
No one knows for the most part what they look like.
Really? Oh, that's interesting.
I mean, some do.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you'll see people going, but they can walk the show floor without people bothering them.
That must be pretty nice considering the whole conference is theirs. That's crazy.
Yeah, They're involved. They do on Friday night. They did their big D&D stream.
Yeah.
Acquisitions Incorporated, and then they do Q&A, and they do a live draw of the comics, and they're usually around for a lot of the Omegathon stuff still.
Right.
They're around and present, but they don't put on as much of the show. There's a company that puts on the show for them.
Right.
Reed Pop, who puts on a ton of shows.
Right.
So they manage the actual logistics of it. And, but yeah, they're there. I don't know. This is generally, it's a very good vibe of energy at PAX. And it continued this year. Just pretty open, chill people who like games. And that's why they're there. You don't really get a lot of crap from anybody ever.
Yeah, that's good. They probably curate the panels and the people there.
Yeah,
to make
actually,
sure it's
this
kind
panel
of good.
this year had a really big diversity panel,
good.
a whole section, a whole track of panels, basically multiple each day, dealing with different aspects of diversity in video games and tabletop. It was really good. So they've really been trying to push that more and more and bring that to the forefront, and it's really nice.
It's not a conference that brings Critical Role in, right?
No, they wouldn't bring in. I doubt Critical Role would ever come to it.
Yeah.
It's just not enough tabletop.
Right.
Compared to honestly, it's really weird that Emerald City even got them completely.
Lucky for us. Although then they had the Denver version of Emerald City Comic Con.
I know.
So.
They go to some of the pop culture con stuff. I guess that's what SDCC is, and all the Comic Cons now are more pop culture.
Right.
But they don't really do games, and PAX still is a game convention. It's not like Critical Role goes to Gamescom or anything like that.
Right. Well, you'll be happy to know that I'm catching up on Critical Role.
Yes.
I'm on the end of episode 65 now.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm into June now.
Okay.
It's September, but I'm slowly catching up. I've between audiobooks and paper books or whatever, ebooks, I've read 21 books in the last 2 months, so that's where most of my attention has been.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And a few games. So this week we're going to talk about some of those games, and also we're going to talk about Anthony's report from PAX, gets more specifics, especially he got his hands on Witcher 3, and I want to hear all about that. Before I do, two announcements. One, it's my brother's birthday. Happy birthday. I got him MLB The Show 19, and I got one for myself as well. So
I see how that works.
It's on sale, so I feel good about it. So I played last night, and I'll talk about that later, but we're going to play some games together, so that's going to be pretty cool.
That's cool.
I could buy it because there was no Los Angeles Dodger on the cover. It was Bryce Harper with the Phillies, so I'm fine with that. And then the other announcement, if you don't have it yet, talking about earlier, you were talking about chill games, really just the good energy. 2 games that are free on Epic Store right now, really chill games, Inside and Celeste.
I already got them.
Nice. Okay, you still have to fucking play Inside, by the way.
And at this point, I'm like, I should just never play it. Because you just keep saying it. I'm like, I will. I own it. Actually, I
think you own it twice PS4,
now. Yeah, and now I'll own it through Epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now I own Celeste too.
Oh man, I don't know if you'll ever play that game. It's
probably
really
not.
Fucking fun.
I won't say that. I probably will start it up and play some.
Yeah, play
until
at the first world
where I'm just like, okay, I can't. I don't want to practice to get good enough. I'm done.
Yeah, I just brute forced it. Like I just kept over and over and over. I don't know if I had any finesse, but I did it. So those are out. Go grab them if you haven't got them yet. And then I guess next month on PSN is Arkham Knight. Do you have that one yet?
No, I don't.
So it's going to be free on PSN for PS Plus, I mean. And then Darksiders 3. So 2 kind of biggish games. So that's pretty exciting. So now all that's out of the way. So now it's going to turn into the Anthony Show. Please tell us all about PAX. All the games, all the things you played. I fucking want to know about Witcher 3, first of all. So let's just start there.
So Witcher 3. So I have to give a shout out to Kirk Scott for getting me and my kids into the Nintendo booth this morning.
Yeah. Was it a huge line otherwise?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was. It would have been probably an hour to 2 hour wait to get in, depending on what game you wanted to play.
Right.
But he is awesome and is super kind and saw me walking around with my kids and offered to get us in.
Oh my gosh! Yay, Kirk.
Yeah, he is great. And so caught up with him a little bit, and then we'll start with Witcher. So I played Witcher because not
your kids didn't play Witcher 3. Yeah.
You get 10 minutes to play. Like all demos, you are capped to 10 minutes for any of the games you're playing. I think I played for like 7. I just played one. I ran around a little bit in White Orchard, just a little area, and then they set you up right at the quest that is the Deserter, as they called it, which is you have to go into a battlefield, find clues about like what happened to a brother, I think, and then you go to the cabin. And he's like, oh yeah, this guy helped him survive, and the Deserter, you have to make a choice. So I just played through that. So I got some combat, got some riding, got just a couple different pieces. It is very playable.
Really? That's
very playable.
Fucking exciting.
Was able to do the combat just fine. Didn't get any slowdown. Yeah, it doesn't look as good as playing it on PC or PS4, but it's fine for Switch. I'd be curious if someone played it on docked on the TV. Probably more noticeable, but on the small screen, it seemed fine overall.
How was the text size?
Fine.
Okay.
I was able to read it on this because it was just handheld there at the show.
Right.
And I could read the font just fine. It was a little bit. It's bigger than Fire Emblem's font. So
well, thank God. Okay, that's probably just fine. In terms of was it 520p? Does it look like that, or is it?
No.
Looks higher than that.
Looks a little bit higher, but it's adaptive. So
yeah, that's true.
And I couldn't really. It didn't seem. Like I said, on small screen, didn't seem horrible. A little bit like muddy, but crisp enough to play.
Awesome.
So,
man, I can't wait.
Yeah, it was good. I was impressed. I'm very impressed that it even runs on that hardware.
Right. Well, that's good. That's good to hear that someone who has actually got their hands on it can report. Because we've heard Digital Foundry or Eurogamer or something said that it's good enough. Like, okay, but what does that mean? So that you were impressed is good. It
is playable, and if this is their first play of Witcher 3, it's not going to be horrible or anything. Is it going to be the most pristine ever? No, but I think they'll still get the experience overall.
I can't believe they got everything on one cart. Like it's the Game of the Year edition pretty much. So insane.
So yeah, that was cool. It it's pretty exciting. I'm not going to pick it up when it comes out, but will be on the list of, when this goes on sale, I'll probably pick it up.
Right. If I were a sane person, I would do that, but
So I own it on PC and PS4.
Yeah, I own it. PC, PS4, Xbox.
Geez.
Twice on. No, that's not true. Just one for each.
Yeah. What else? So I played that, and then Nintendo booth, my son and daughter both played Minecraft Dungeons.
Oh yeah. How did they like that?
They loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is a hack and slash.
Nice.
It's like Minecraft Diablo.
Oh my god, that sounds great. Those two words together.
It works, and it works really well. And it's dungeon, like dungeons are in the title. Like you're in a dungeon, you have quests to do in the dungeon. You have to get the keys to unlock the door to fight the necromancer, and it works. I mean, is it gonna revolutionize the hack and slash? Like, probably not, but it's very competent, put together well. Both my kids had a good time with it. I could play it with them. So,
does it have a story at all? Like, is there an attempt at least?
Not in the demo showing anything specific.
Okay.
But it was a very demo, like self-contained demo.
Right.
So I think it's great for them because it transitions a lot of the kids who grew up with Minecraft or into Minecraft into other games.
That's smart.
It is very, very smart, and Microsoft is putting it on every system. So it's very
it's nice.
smart.
It's to be on Switch.
Yeah.
And it seemed like it should be able to run on Switch.
Oh, it ran fine. And that one was played docked. So yeah, it ran just fine. The art style fits. Yeah, that one was great. What else did they have there they didn't play? They had Dragon Quest XI demo in the booth. I mean, I've played the
demo. That's funny because it's on Switch right now.
Yeah.
What about Link's Awakening? There was like a diorama?
Yes, so that was a different part of the booth.
Mm.
So there's two booths. There's the third-party area, and I think the last game in there was Ex Machina.
Oh.
The mecha game.
Right. The one that comes out in a couple of days.
Of it, though. Yeah, it comes out soon.
Mm. You played the demo a while ago?
Yeah. It was cool. Again, not something I think I'm going to pick up day one because Link's Awakening comes out this month.
Right. Yeah, it's 20th.
And so I didn't play Link's Awakening.
Mm-hmm.
My son and daughter both played it. And it's great. It's awesome.
Did you watch them play it?
Oh yeah, I was sitting right behind them, watching and helping, and it's gorgeous. It really is. The art style is great. Great use of depth of field, and then the art style to make it look kind of like diorama-esque pretty constantly. And they did have dioramas. Like the demo stations had 8 screens, 2 on each side of the square, and in the middle was a unique diorama, and they had 2 of them.
Oh man, that's awesome.
And they were like unique sculpted dioramas of Link in that style or dungeons in the game.
So you weren't playing that on handheld then? They weren't. It was on screen? Okay.
It was on
Interesting.
Screen. It was on a big TV.
I guess they wanted everyone to be seeing you playing it.
Yeah. And it was really cool. I mean, it seems like a really good update. I don't remember the game all that much, I must say. I mean,
did you play on the Game Boy?
On the original Game Boy, yeah. Back in 93.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it came out after Link to the Past, right?
It did.
Yeah, okay.
It was a sequel, kind of. Kind of.
I feel like there are a lot of Zelda games that are sequel kind of.
I mean, you get the book that has the timeline, the official timeline. Yes, there's a lot of sequels.
Right.
But, yeah, I believe it's after Link to the Past, where Link is now set out around the world to train, like by going on different challenges to train, and he gets washed up on this island after his ship gets wrecked by a storm. It's very weird because it has Mario enemies in it.
Yeah, it's got a Chomp Chomp.
Chain Chomp, Plant, Goomba is in it.
And just like, are they Easter eggs or are they just like normal enemies?
No, they're normal enemies. They're just around. There's the Easter egg is you can get a Yoshi kind of like toy thing. As like a little like, look it, it's Yoshi.
Yeah.
But the demo they had just had them doing kind of like the start, like get your sword. Again, it was capped to 10 minutes. Just basically play for 10 minutes from the initial start of the game. It's good. I mean, it's a Zelda game. It's old school Zelda game with a new graphic style. So
I'm a sucker for that graphic style. I think it looks really nice, that diorama style.
Yeah. So that's going to be a huge one. The other one that was like the first party one we didn't get to play was Luigi's Mansion.
Oh yeah,
we just we're running out of time.
Okay.
So
I have one coupon left because I bought or the voucher. I mean, got Fire Emblem and I got Dragon Quest and I got Link's Awakening and I have one left and I think it's probably gonna go to Luigi's Mansion, but I haven't heard much about it yet, so I kind of holding on to that one.
So yeah, I mean, it seemed popular. It looked cool for what I got to see of it, but we were running out of there because the other thing Nintendo was doing for Link's Awakening is they had a scavenger hunt. If you followed Nintendo of America's Twitter, there was a street team going around outside the convention center to different places, like tweeting kind of like a obscured picture and a clue of where they were at.
Oh.
And if you go there and answer trivia questions about just Zelda or Link's Awakening in general, you get instrument pins from Link's Awakening.
They were giving away pins? That's awesome.
And they gave away a set of 8.
Oh, dang.
And so we went through, they were 3 different spots throughout the day, and if you go to all 3 and answer a total of 8 questions, they were split up 3, 3, and 2, depending on where.
Yeah.
You would get all the 8 instrument pins and like a printed out little like thicker poster where you can put all of them.
Oh, dude.
So me and the kids both got all of them.
You got all 8?
Yep.
Dang, that's
awesome. It was a lot of fun. And it was a lot. My kids were having a ton of fun doing it.
What a cool memory.
Yeah.
Were there a ton of people there?
No, not really.
Huh.
Again, it's just on Nintendo of America's Twitter account. That's the only way you would know, is you need to, 1, have cell signal and be checking Twitter. And having cell signal and that convention center during PAX is challenging sometimes.
Yeah.
So.
It's the same place we went to ECCC, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And even they expanded this year, so the place where we saw Critical Role, that other hotel.
Yep.
That's where all the tabletop stuff for PAX was this year.
Oh, okay.
And it was just floors and floors of open play area, and they had like a huge board game library, and I'm pretty sure the room that we saw Critical Role in was converted into a big room just for tabletop retailers.
That's awesome.
And it was really cool. And that place stayed open until, so the expo hall closed at 6. The tabletop area, not the retailers, but just the tabletop free play and the RPGs and everything, ran until midnight.
Oh wow! So people got to play a lot.
Yeah, would just come out of the expo hall, and then then that hotel would just be packed for the night. Like,
awesome.
People were having a great time.
Oh, I'm jealous. That sounds so good.
Yeah, it was good there.
I'll have to make it up next year for PAX.
Yeah. Oh, God,
if I can get a ticket, we'll see.
You should be able to get a ticket. I think there were still Monday tickets available as of this past week.
Oh, really?
They implemented a system a lot like Ticketmaster has, where people can basically resell tickets.
Oh, really?
Extra tickets they might have, or if they can't go, instead of scalping them.
Oh, okay.
They wanted to make an official, like, hey, you can sell back your ticket without crazy markup or anything.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
I should be able to get one now.
$5 or something.
Right.
Higher than initial price. So it has helped allow people to get tickets if they need them.
Cool.
Especially for not as common days. I think Sunday and Mondays were available up until a few weeks ago for sure. But what else? I mean, we did that. We were running around doing all that. That's when I played those games today. Yesterday, when I was wandering my own, I played Sayonara Wild Hearts. I waited about 10 minutes to play that and get a pin for just playing the demo.
Oh, nice. Is that on PS4 and PC? What is that on?
I know it's going to Switch.
Oh, really?
Yeah. As far as I know, I mean, the demo I played was on Switch, and their website only says it's going to be on Switch. God, I love that game.
What is it? Can you give us the pitch?
I mean, the pitch really is what it says. It is a pop album action game, basically.
Huh.
It reminds me of old school arcade games. It's not as hard as those, kind of more Tempest maybe in some ways. But the levels, I mean, it's just a visual feast of just really great art style. But the level and the level design matches the song that is playing. So like whenever, and it matches the verse and the chorus and bridge as they happen.
Mm-hmm.
So like whenever I noticed as I was going through the level, every time the chorus started to the song that had lyrics, the level was you were doing a very specific thing during the chorus. And so, I mean, this is a game where I'm just like, I just want this game. I just want to put headphones on. I want it loud, and I just want to play.
So
I
it's
want
like
to get lost in it.
Discrete mechanics for each part of the song?
Kind of. I mean, it's all just running forward, trying to hit hearts and stars with beat matching sometimes. Of being like to dodge bullets and things like that.
Right.
It is an arcade game. That's all. It's not trying to be anything more than that gameplay wise. It's just supposed to be. It's super stylistic, has great audio, and it's just enough mechanics to get your mind focused on it while the music is playing and while the visuals are going.
Dang.
So like you get in that zone with the game. So I got to play through one level, and I was like, this is amazing. And yeah, for people who want like grand story, this is not the game for you. This is literally just like, hey, I put in a really good pop album and I'm laying on my bed listening to it, but instead of just listening to it, I get to play, like, do something while it's playing.
So they're recognizable pop songs, or they like made
No, they made them up all themselves. Like, it's all its own soundtrack, and I want the soundtrack bad now. Like, I love it.
So it's Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Yep, by Simogo.
Do you know when it comes out?
No. I think it was supposed to come out really, like, I think it was supposed to come out, like, this weekend, originally.
Oh, really? But they delayed it?
They had a tweet, like, middle of last week about something. It was very much hinting that it was coming out. Like, we have something to say. And then they replied to their tweet, like, 12 hours later saying, sorry, making games is hard.
Oh, no! 12 hours later?
But they didn't ever announce a date.
Yeah.
But it seemed like they were going to. I have a feeling like there was something that they didn't pass cert on.
Yeah,
they have to fix something. But it's imminent, I would say that much. Yeah, they're a small team. Like, it's two guys.
I see two guys here, yeah.
Yeah, they're out of Sweden. They started with a game called Year Walk back in iOS a long time ago, because they made mobile stuff for a long time. And you can read a great article on Touch Arcade that the reason why they're going to Switch here is they just don't have a market on mobile anymore. Like, they made premium games for mobile.
Oh, and no one's buying premium games anymore.
But then they are also having issues with, especially their second game, which is called Device 6, which I think you would love, because it pushes on what you would consider a game. Like, it's a novel, but a game.
Oh, Halo. That sounds good.
But like, you're reading text, but as you like go different pages, the text starts building maps. So like you're reading along walls, and you have to like rotate your phone, and it's an adventure game as you're trying to solve puzzles. Yeah, it came out years ago.
What's it called?
Device 6.
Oh, I'm gonna just.
I don't even know if you can find anymore, because one of the things that they complained about is because as Apple has updated their like phone dimensions.
Oh, right.
And OSs, they've had to keep updating this game.
Right.
Because it's very specific to screen size and how you're like solving puzzles. It uses audio a lot too. It's not just text. It's text and audio, but you are reading it as it's going. And yeah, sometimes you just have to turn your phone sideways to continue reading the text, and like text will have chunks cut out of it so that like as you're scrolling, like pictures will parallax through parts of it. Like it's an experience. It's about like spies and things like that. But it shows just like they're super.
There it is.
Device 6.
Device 6, game of the day.
It's really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab that.
It's a great puzzle game.
And as I was grabbing that up, sorry, as I was pulling that up, it asked me if I wanted to pre-order Mario Kart Tour. So apparently that has a release date of the 25th of this month.
Cool. Sure.
So I just did that as well. So
That
device
was
6, I
not
will check that
even
out.
shown or talked about at the Nintendo booth. So
Interesting.
one thing PAX has, no mobile crap whatsoever. like Square had a little bit of they had like one side of their booth, like maybe a 5x8 area of their like massive amounts of space that was Square Enix mobile games.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's not something you bring to a convention, and yeah, Nintendo wasn't even talking about Mario Kart for mobile. So
yeah, not the right audience.
So
and people will find it anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
I've got device 6. Thank you.
Simogo, amazing.
Awesome.
I think Year Walk is on the Wii U as well, and that was not their first game, but the one I loved as well. And again, it's just like a walking simulator before walking simulators were out, but it was kind of horror-esque, and it's like Swedish folklore horror and mind-bending. It was incredible. I love that thing because it also had a companion app that was like the journals of the person that you were playing in the game, or I can't remember, trying to find about their experiences with the supernatural stuff in the Swedish forest. And it really blended that reality, what's not kind of thing.
Right.
Again, just this team makes very specific types of games and really goes for a style and just runs with it.
Yeah, style is. I'm watching the video for Sayonara Wild Hearts right now.
Yeah.
Looks like really striking images.
Yes. All their games are very striking, and as a consumer of games as art, this is games as art.
Yeah.
Like, they push
Awesome.
They push on that, and they try to do that.
Well, you just turned me on to 2 games, that one and device 6.
Yeah. So yeah, I played that one myself and loved it. I didn't get to play it. I got to watch this thing called the Devil's Calculator.
What the fuck? That's a pretty good name.
It's on iOS as well. It was in the PAX 10, and their screen was they were projecting a giant calculator basically. But basically, you're in a math. The premise is you're in a math exam, and your calculator is becomes possessed by the devil.
Oh
and
my god!
You lose all your mathematic keys. So you have your number pad, and it gets replaced with the only function key you have is like a weird symbol. It's not a pentagram or anything, but it's just this
I
weird
see them right
symbol,
now.
and you have no clue what it does. And your goal for each level is to figure out what you have to do to get the calculation to be 666.
Oh god!
And you have to figure out what that function actually is happening. And then it becomes even crazier. Like, I was watching a person play, and then like the number pad for 5 had like a flame behind it, and you hit it, and instead of having a number, the 5 was like, it would put in the readout like, it burns, ouch.
Oh my gosh!
Like, it is super weird, and I was like, it's called the Devil's Calculator. Like, this is just crazy.
I just grabbed it. It's free on iOS.
I'm just like, why not? Like,
oh man, that's crazy.
This is the kind of stuff you can find at PAX still. In these super weird games. And they're somewhat promoted.
Speaking of super weird games, did you see Kirk Scott running into any games? Like what he was looking at?
I won't say anything.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's
I don't
interesting.
want to say, but yes, he was walking around and talking to indies and
awesome
other people. Like, yeah, I mean that's his job.
Right. So and when he has those conversations, those end up coming to Nintendo platforms eventually, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
The one he did have a helping hand in that was there kind of by the Nintendo booth is Dauntless on Switch.
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm.
Like, he'd help get them onto the platform. But yeah, that's his job, is to go around, find games, and get them dev kits and convince them to put their games on Switch.
Yes, keep doing it. Keep doing it, Kirk.
Yeah, and he does a great job. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot more high quality games coming to Switch from indies in the next few years. What else did I see? I mean, I sent you some weird pictures. There was a Graveyard Keeper.
Yeah, people were
play. I didn't want to wait in line, but you had to play laying down in a coffin. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like I was with my daughter running around, and I just like my phone buzzed, and I looked at a couple pictures, and it was just brief, and I was like, is that a fucking coffin?
Yeah, there were like 8 coffins all arranged in a certain in two lines of 4 and switches mounted to them, cabled to them, and you lay down in the coffin to play the demo for Graveyard Keeper. And then later in the day, they turned on like a fog machine as well on it. It was like one of the best booths I've ever seen. It's super creative.
That's awesome.
So I didn't play it, but props to them for being creative with their booth.
Kind of gets your attention, you know?
It does. I mean, people were like, "Are those coffins? Are those people laying in coffins?" And you're like,
"Oh,
"Yes,
man.
Those are people laying in coffins." What else did I see? I didn't get to play it, but I saw in the Indie Mega booth that really grabbed my attention was a game called Haven. Very striking art style, but it is basically a couple on a distant planet trying to survive. And it definitely pushes that couple like romantic side of things hard. And it does. I did ask if it was co-op, and you can play it single player where one is AI, but anyone at any point in time can drop in and take control of the other character, whoever you're not playing. So you could play this co-op with your significant other, which seems like probably what you'd want to do.
Right.
It looked really cool.
Haven.
Haven, yeah. It's such a generic name. You have to put Haven Game, maybe.
Yeah.
I think they have one trailer out for it, and came out a few months ago. And then I saw it here, and they got a poster, like a small, like 8.5 by 11, nicely printed poster they were giving out.
This is coming out later. This is not out yet.
It had no date.
Yeah. Okay.
It just looked cool. It pushes on the right emotions, and they really want to push that like working together to survive as a thing. There's a lot of metaphor going on in that game.
That's cool. Play as two lovers who escaped to a lost planet. The only thing that matters is to stay together. RPG to play solo or with a special someone.
Yep.
I guess I'll have to sit down and play with Brad.
There you go. So that one looked cool. There was a lot of big lines for like the big stuff. Like there was no way I was playing the Final Fantasy VII remake. Like by the time I ever got to their booth in the morning, tickets were already gone for the day.
Oh wow, yeah.
And weirdly, they had signs up that said that you were not allowed to take pictures or video of the demos.
Of any of their demos?
Yeah, no, not any of the demos, just the FF7 remake.
Oh,
like they had big signs, that even for like bystanders just watching. Don't take pictures.
That seems like it would be hard to enforce.
I know. I was just like, this is weird. But Square had like 2 40 by 40 booths. Just enormous space, and one of those was purely for the FF7 remake.
Right.
They had FF8 there. Saw that. They had.
Has that come out yet?
The 3rd. So.
Oh, okay. So
Tuesday.
A couple days. Yeah.
Yeah. Comes out. Borderlands 3 had a bunch there.
Right, that's the 13th. And Gears is coming out. Gears 5 is coming out soon.
Yep. I didn't see a Microsoft booth. Really?
Really?
It was really weird. I was wandering around and I was trying to find. I did not see any big Microsoft presence.
That's interesting.
There's a big PS4 but PlayStation booth. Yeah, I did not. I'm trying to think if I saw anything that was distinctly like, this is the Microsoft booth.
Surprised there wasn't a Gears 5 booth, considering how quickly that's coming out.
The Stadia booth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I'm like, cool, I guess. Like, they just say you can play games.
You can play the games you can play anywhere else.
Yeah,
right.
Just like, you can play it on a mobile phone. Like, because it's streaming from our servers. Like, they were just showing off the capabilities of the platform. But had that there. I mean, I guess I could go into, like, Supergiant was there big time.
Oh, yeah, you went to a concert.
Yeah, I went to the concert. Their booth they had a big Hades booth, and then, like, a merch booth. They're pretty much always in the same spot at the convention center, so they just use their space in that way. Yeah, a bunch of Hades stuff, and then on, I guess, last night, which would have been Saturday night, they did a 10th anniversary Supergiant concert, and it was Darren Korb, Ashley Barrett, and Aaron Wintory. who was composing a small orchestra.
Not Austin Winterly?
Yes, Austin Winterly.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. I was like, is he have a brother? Is it a sister?
No, it was him. And he was composing for a small orchestra there, for Darren Korb's music. They worked at rearranging it for orchestra. So this is not like the exact music you heard in the game.
Right.
Like this is, yes, it's that music, and sometimes it's pretty different because, well, you have an orchestra and they've rearranged it to work with an orchestra. But it was great. It was really good.
So songs from Bastion, Transistor, Hades,
Hades, Empire.
all of them? Oh, Empire, yeah.
Yeah, they had stuff from all the games.
So they have what's the woman's name who sings for for Transistor? Okay.
Yeah, and she sings on Bastion as well.
Oh, okay.
God,
I can't get her voice out of my head. I love that soundtrack. It's so good.
Her voice in person, just as good.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Got to meet him afterwards and get stuff signed. It was great. Just as everyone did. Like, there were so many people getting stuff signed. And, the music is fantastic. And that was kind of the highlight. I'm so glad I went to it. I was able to get, like, a front row balcony seat. It was perfect.
Oh, man, that's awesome. Was it first come, first served to get your seat?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, nice.
I made sure I showed up, like, 2 hours early.
Oh, nice. Just playing your Switch in line?
Yep. And talking to other people. Anyone there 2 hours early loved Supergiant games. So it was super easy just to talk to people about, like, games, what games they like. It brings out a certain type of people. So it was a lot of fun.
I haven't even fired up Transistor on my Switch yet.
I did. I've done a little bit. And, I love that game.
How's it run?
Runs great.
Oh, nice.
Not an issue. God, the sound design and the music in that game.
That game is special.
So good. And that was one thing that I did not know, and trivia I learned at the concert. Because they performed a song, and he presented it. He's like, we've never performed this live before. And it was a song from Transistor, and I'm like, I've never heard that song from Transistor. It was an extra song that got added to the game for the Apple TV version.
What the fuck? Okay, so we've never heard that before.
He's like, he got to add a song. He's like, he got to add a little exclamation point to Transistor's soundtrack.
Wow.
Like, a year later.
So did they patch it back into the other versions?
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm like, I'm very curious if it's in like the Switch version. Like,
that's cool, because that's like one of my favorite soundtracks ever. So to know that there's like another song floating around out there is really cool. It's like having another song to like Nevermind.
Yeah, and it was really
cool.
It was cool to hear. I think it was it a song about Cloud Bank? I think it was about Cloud Bank. It was a song just really about the city, and it was like an ode to that city. It was really cool.
Man, what a fucking stellar! If you've never played that game and you're listening, fucking pick that game up. That is like gameplay, mechanics, the art style, the sound, everything is just killer. And the way on PS4 specifically, the way they use the speaker in the controller to kind of your sword talking to you was another level really cool that you can't really do anywhere else, I guess. I don't know how they do that on the Switch. It just talks normally.
It just comes through the speakers.
The normal speaker.
Yeah.
They don't do like some of the HD Rumble fucking craziness.
Oh, I should check. I was playing it. I should check again. That Rumble sometimes can be very subtle, so maybe I didn't even register that it was. That concert was great. I'm so happy I went to that. That was my highlight from yesterday.
Was it free or?
Yeah, I mean you had to have PAX West.
Badge.
It was in the main theater.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all you needed. But beyond that, it was free.
Awesome.
Trying to think anything else that was super cool from PAX this year. What other indies stuff did I see? Cat Quest 2.
Oh yeah, that looks pretty good.
Fun. It looked cool. It looked fun.
Yeah, it looks better than the first one. The first one was all right.
There was this weird VR game, Acorn something.
Okay.
And it was one person in VR, and they're a tree. And then 4 people on mobile phones playing squirrels. Trying to collect acorns while the tree is like throwing things at the squirrels.
What the fuck?
It's just a VR party game. It was awesome. My kids loved it. They played the squirrels. I wasn't letting them touch the VR right now.
Right, of course.
But that was really cool. That was a bizarre.
Sounds like a pretty good PAX, man.
It was a cool PAX. There was a lot of cool stuff to see and do. There's a ton of indie stuff there, like always. Untitled Goose Game was there.
And it's getting released on the 20th? Same thing as Link's Awakening? Oh, interesting date, guys.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but it was there, and it was super popular. Yeah. Everyone wanted to play the Goose Game. So I didn't get to play it. I mean, I played it last year. So it's not any different than that. Yeah. It's just more Goose, more things to do.
Are you going back tomorrow to PAX?
No.
Or are you done?
Okay. I usually don't go all days anymore. Today was the last day. I take my kids on the last day I'm going to be there, and usually let them on the day they go. They just get to guide me what they want to do and see, and because they have a different perspective than me, and different things wow them. So
that must be fun to see it through their eyes.
Yeah. Well, like my son, he's like, any open place he can play a game, he's going to play it. Doesn't matter what the game is. He's just like, let me try it. And most of the time he hates it, but he's going to try.
How does he say that? How does he communicate that to the people who are trying to like sell you on this game?
No, he doesn't say that. He doesn't say.
No, I mean, but how does he communicate that feeling? Does he just say thanks and walk away?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
He just stops after a few minutes and is like, okay, I'm done. Next.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really fun to watch that, and just the stuff that they're like, wow, that's cool, or that big bright thing over there, or whatever. What did he get? He used some of his allowance today. He was really excited to get a Banquet of the Wild book from Fangamer, which has it has really nice illustrations and like watercolors with recipes for all the cooking recipes in Breath of the Wild.
Whoever thought of that, well done.
Oh, it's really good. It's like such a cool book. The artist was there. She signed it and everything, drew a picture.
Oh, nice.
And then I got the. They are the ones who do the Stardew Valley guidebook, and she does all the art for that. And I got that signed. She drew a picture of a chicken.
Nice.
In mine. She was very nice. Fangamer does some cool books. I'll give you that. They have some Hollow Knight books.
What?
You should look at those. They have some
going
Hollow
right
Knight,
now. Keep
like,
talking.
some cool Hollow Knight stuff.
Oh shit.
Hollow Knight pins. I may have got a Hornet pin. Just saying.
Hollow Knight fan. They didn't have the Hornet game there, right?
No.
Okay.
I didn't see them anywhere around, so don't expect that anytime soon.
Yeah. No, not really, but.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun to get that stuff, see that.
Oh yeah, they have the vinyl. That's right.
Oh yeah, they also have vinyl. God, there's so many good looking vinyls around. I'm like, I have no reason to own anything vinyl, ever.
Right, but they look so fucking good. Those.
I know. I'm like, is it just? Do you just get it so you can like frame it? Is that?
I mean,
point?
They're built to look like a charm. Like I thought about it and I was like, I can't.
Because there's transistor vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks incredible.
Yeah.
And I was like, do I just pay? Like, it was like $50 for it. And I was like, I could get it and I could get it signed.
Right.
But I don't have any, like, it would just need to be framed and put up. Like, I'm never going to play the vinyl.
Man, there's some cool t-shirts for Hollow Knight on Fangamer.
Yes, there are. Fangamer produces some really good stuff for all the stuff they focus on. So.
All right.
I highly
got the Hollow Knight Collector's Edition for Switch.
Yep. Yep.
I can't. I've already spent enough money.
Yeah.
I think I've spent my allotment for September, and it's only September 1st.
Yeah.
So, fuck.
That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah, I bet.
I was holding off at least a little bit, but I let myself slip on a couple things. It's
hard. It's like a big, once a year event.
I know, and all these things are there. So yeah, I think that's all. Do you have any other thing that you want to know about PAX?
Yeah, one more thing. Gary Whitta.
Oh right.
Yeah, you got Space Rocks.
I have Space Rocks. I'll never play it. I signed my name saying I would never play it. When you bought it, you had a sign saying you will not play this game. I guess I'm not going to play it. I'm sending it to you, and I never asked what happens if you gift it to somebody else. Because I didn't sign it. I'm not liable for any harm that might come to you from playing Space Rocks.
It was so funny, just like listening to that podcast when they came up with that stupid shit, and then it became something just to piss off Greg.
And it's there.
Oh,
and he had them. I think
awesome.
he sold out of them. I don't
No,
know.
he only had 100. So if he sold
And he was
30 a day or
saying
whatever,
he was selling 30 a day, and I think it was only there through today.
right?
So I know he sold out the first 2 days. I don't know if he sold out today or not. But yeah, space rocks. They're there. They're black. It's a rock. It has a timer in it. Enjoy.
I can't wait to throw those
I think
rocks
your
at
daughter
somebody.
will play it. It's easy
She'll
enough
like
for
the
her.
rocks. She just loves collecting rocks. So
Well, I mean,
she'll
that's the
be
whole point of the game. Collect as many rocks as you can. Like,
right.
put the rocks on the ground. Whoever has the most rocks and the timer's done is the winner.
Oh
Free
my
for
God,
all. Just get as many rocks as you can.
dude!
However you want to get them, get them.
I just thought of this game as a stupid collectible, but you're totally right.
It's the perfect
That's
game for
my
2-year-olds.
perfect game for my daughter. Fucking awesome. Oh my God, Fangamer has a fucking Celeste soundtrack on a cassette.
Yep. You shouldn't be looking at Fangamer right now.
Oh, but it's so pretty.
There's a lot of really pretty stuff on there.
Oh shit. We walked through a bookstore today. I took. Do you know Mysterious Galaxy down here? Ever taken you there?
I haven't been there, but I do know. I've heard of it before.
Okay, so it's basically a genre, science fiction, fantasy,
Yeah.
thriller, mystery, whatever. Went there to I joined their subscription service, so it's every month you get a new sci-fi fantasy book that they curate, and then for a discount. So I'm pretty excited about that. But when I was there, I saw the collected books of Earthsea by Ursula Le Guin, and it's illustrated. And I just pointed to it and said, if you're looking for something for my birthday, that's it. That's the book.
That's the thing.
Yeah, she's like, okay, took a picture. So maybe I'll be getting that soon. Who
Now
knows?
you have me ask, what's the first book from the subscription?
It is the woman who just won the Hugo for short story, Alex.
Oh, I know who you're talking
ALIX.
about. I don't know her name, but I know what you're talking about. Which book?
It's the 10,000 Doors of January.
Okay, haven't read that one.
It's just coming out.
Oh, it's the one that's
It's her
coming out.
first novel. Yeah, it's her
So
first
my
novel.
wife read the Calculated Stars
Oh fuck yeah!
and has read all those books, and she loves them. She absolutely loves it's like three. It's a trilogy, I think.
Yeah,
And she loves them.
There's the one Calculating Stars, the second one, and then I just read actually this weekend after the Hugos. I had heard about that. Obviously, it swept the three, so I picked up the novelette that came out. That was 2014 that won the Hugo for that, and it was basically like the first one, but now it's basically 2.5.
Yeah.
Because it's her later. So
Look at the three. Yeah, my wife is really likes those books quite a bit.
the novelette that I read was fucking awesome. So I have the Calculating Stars on hold at the library, so hopefully it'll come soon.
Yeah. I'm happy that she won the Hugo.
She fucking sweat. She got all three. Got the trifecta. The 17th book ever to do that. It's fucking great.
Oh, it's so good.
I forget her last name, Alex Harrow or something like that. But
Mary.
No, that's Mary Robinette Kowal. She's the one doing Calculating Stars. But the one who's that's coming out this month is 10,000 Doors of January, which is just there's so much buzz for this novel. And when I was talking to them about the subscription service, I was like, yeah, I'm interested. I was like, what's your September book? She's like, oh, it's this. I'm like, fucking, I'm sold.
Okay.
If it's gonna be that kind of quality book, I'm so in. So anyway, that's the book podcast.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll be able to read some. The thing is with Cowell,
I don't know how to say your last name, Cowell or Cowell.
I had recommended one of her first series, Shades of Milk and Honey.
Milk and Honey. Mm-hmm.
To my wife from I think IO9 talked about it a long time ago.
Right.
And I was like, oh, this might be totally up your alley because it's in the time frame that my wife likes to read. But I don't think she ever read those. Maybe she did. But yeah.
This book blew up. I'm looking forward to reading that one for sure.
Yeah, I gotta. So much. Okay.
There is so much to read, so much to play. This week, the only game that I played was The Show 2019, which I got from my brother and I, obviously. I mentioned that. So he got it today, and I played it last night, and I decided to there's a new mode called March to October, which is basically, it's a full season, but we're going to simulate some of the games and then just put you into key moments in different games, so you're not playing the whole game. It's a lot quicker, which is nice. So I played the San Francisco Giants, and they categorized them in the 2019 version as underdogs, possible, but probably not. So played them and the opening series against the Padres, which is my wife's team, and put me into the first game in the 6th inning and just couldn't get a hit. Just could not get a hit. Kept doing pretty well as a pitcher, but could not get a hit. It was a tie game into the 11th, and then I just gave up a home run, and I lost that game. And then as you lose, your team gains or as you win or lose, your team gains or loses momentum, and that momentum is used to kind of calculate how you'll do in the simulation games. So I lost, and then I lost the next one, and I got put into another game, and I lost that one, so I lost to my wife's team. And the way that it worked over the first 13 games between me playing or me simulating, because I kept losing, I'm 1-13 to start my season. So I feel like I'm a real giant.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. There's also a mode where it's called Moments in History or whatever, where it puts you into a moment in the past and you have to play and do the thing that person did. So, for example, there's a Tony Gwynn moment where you have to collect 6 total bases without striking out over the course of 4 at-bats. And I fucking half an hour trying to do it. And I got like five total bases, didn't strike out, but didn't get the 6th one. But so that's cool that they put the old, there's like Babe Ruth, there's a bunch of old baseball players, but the team you're playing isn't the team that person played. So, for example, in that moment where he got 6 total bases and no strikeouts was against the San Francisco Giants, but it was in like 1989 or 1992 or whatever. But the team you're playing, the Giants you're playing, are like today's Giants. So
Okay.
It's like Madison Bumgarner versus Tony Gwynn, which never happened. So that's a little jarring. But that was my entire experience with the show 19, and if you're not a baseball fan, you don't care. But it was pretty fun.
I didn't really play anything, really. I mean, I played some Transistor.
All those games at PAX.
All those games at PAX.
Right.
Did I play anything else? I mean, I played the Dragon Quest XI demo more. I haven't beat it yet. It's a lot of
still going.
It's a lot of demo.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like it had its twist at the opening twist, and I was like, oh, okay then. This is going to be a little bit of a different game than I think.
Oh, that's cool. I've only just gotten
not
out
like a
of
huge twist, but a like, oh, well, this took a twist a little bit, and it's going to be complicated. Cool.
I got out of the village. That's as far as I've gotten so far.
once you get to the city and do some stuff in the city. Got another party member.
Nice. You're not by yourself now.
No. So yeah, that's been a lot of fun to play. I am really on the fence if I want to pick it up now or not. I mean, it's a week after Link's Awakening, so that's rough. We'll see. But yeah, I enjoyed that quite a bit. Is there anything else? No. The only thing to do once we're done recording here, I'm going to watch 14 minutes of Cyberpunk. So.
Oh yeah, right.
See what I missed at PAX about their deep dive on their gameplay. Basically their E3 and Gamescom demo, but them streaming and talking about it. They were originally supposed to be at PAX doing this.
Oh, and then they backed out, or
they backed out a week ago.
Oh damn!
They're just like, no,
we're working on the game.
Working on the game. We're just at Gamescom. We're not flying people to Seattle to do this.
Yeah.
Like, we're just gonna stream it from our own place on Twitch or wherever. And
I guess that makes sense because most people are going to see it online anyways.
Exactly. It was fine. I was not like beat up over it or anything. It was just okay.
I saw some news today about Cyberpunk where they changed the cutscenes to be first person instead of third person now.
Really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's what I read. I read
the thing
it today.
I read that blew up was the fact that they don't have you choose gender anymore.
They don't?
Nope. You pick body type and voice. And they don't have to be matched. There's just no semblance of picking gender. They just dropped it.
Actually.
Yeah. And of course there were weirdly vocal people that thought that was them doing something wrong. I don't know. More on the like, why can't I pick a pronoun now? I want to play male. Why won't you let me play male? Like, well, you can. Like, this is the truest Cyberpunk thing I've actually seen. You can be whatever the hell you want to be. It's trans.
That's cool.
The world is transhuman. Like,
because I thought what you were gonna say was that you can only be male or female.
Nope.
But that's fucking.
And you
rad.
can have whatever voice you want. So if you want to be female with a super deep voice, go for it.
Oh, I'm 1000% gonna do that.
Matter. So yeah,
rad.
It seems like a great change to me. It was like
that
good,
and
it fit. And it, like I said, it fits what the genre is about. and like
Right.
key aspects of what Cyberpunk is, and
Yeah.
where with any amount of money or anything, you can be anything. Like, doesn't really
Dang.
matter.
Well, I'm a fan. That sounds
Yeah,
great. That's
I was super happy.
You think it's still going to track for April 20th or whenever the hell it was? Not.
They're gonna try
April
so
16th?
hard, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I want to watch this demo. Again, it's a lot of game.
Yep.
And I don't think they want to put out a bad game. So
Of course not. Yeah.
I think as they're coming up to that, I bet by February we'll know for sure. I think they'll make the call in February. If it's going to get delayed, they'll announce it in February and say, hey, we need another X number of weeks to finish the game.
Right.
And they can take as much time as they want, because I really, really don't want them to mess this one up.
Yeah. Well, you waited long enough. You can wait a little longer.
Don't mess this up for me, people.
Right.
Please. Because if you mess this up, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to get another one of these probably for, oh, man.
Long time.
Yeah, it's probably going to be decades before this gets attempted again. So, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Anything else? Oh, Dark Crystal came out on Netflix.
Right. God.
Go fucking watch it.
I heard the reviews are great.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
Okay.
We're currently watching Glow, but I saw the first episode at Comic-Con. So as soon as Glow's done, I think my wife's actually interested in watching Dark Crystal too. So
Really?
Yeah, she watched the preview for it. And she's like, oh, I think I watched that movie as a kid. It's like, yep, this is the
Probably
sequel,
did.
prequel. So she might be on board with that.
Cool.
Otherwise, it's hard to watch TV that she's not watching, because I usually, in my free time by myself, play games or read books. So.
Yeah, makes sense.
Oh, man. Well, that was episode 207. He is at SummerSpeak. I am at Prof Plays Games on Twitter. Hit us up. Let us know how we're doing. If you like our show, please leave us a review on your podcast service of choice. And also check us out on Patreon. You can get your name read on, or a little phrase read on of the show, or you can give us a topic for the show, depending on what level you support us. So search Prof and Dev Play Games on Patreon. It's been really nice to be here with you, Anthony. I'm super jealous about PAX, and I guess eventually when I go to BlizzCon, I can return the favor.
You totally can at BlizzCon, but you got to get up here to PAX again at some point.
I want to do it next year. We should plan it.
Okay. See if we
All
can
right.
make it happen.
For sure. All right, folks. See ya.